Welcome back, everyone. It's Susie, and if you're new here, welcome to Dragonfly Beez Resell Journey. This video is part 2 of my brooch pop-up sale. So there's so many brooches to go over, so let's begin right away. First off, we have this. Oh, they're like cat eye glasses, right? Gold tone. There's clear rhinestones on the top, and these faux tassels on either end, and it even has like a eyeglass chain underneath. There's the back side. And this looks to be in really nice condition. There's no maker's mark, but we have this one to kick off part 2 of the brooch sale. Next brooch is this silver tone one. They look like tulips. Oh, there is a rhinestone missing right there. It's so obvious, that little yellow dot. There's a stem with rhinestones, and they are all there. Let's see if there's any more missing ones. Yeah, I see 2 on this side too. And, all right. And there's these pearls on top of those flowers. So the right side is missing 3 rhinestones, and the other side is not missing any. There's the back side. I don't see a maker's mark, but this needs repair, so it will be priced accordingly. Next up is this beautiful, look at that red, ruby red enamel. It's a flower. I believe it's a rose. There are rhinestones throughout, and they look to be all there. It's on a gold tone setting. Here is the back side. There is no maker's mark, and it looks to be in pretty nice condition. So we have this beautiful red enamel. It needs a good wipe to brighten that enamel up. Rose brooch. Here's another rose brooch, and this one is gold tone, and the rose is made up of this metal. Really bright, vivid red. It has polished petals underneath that and detailed leaves on the bottom of it. There is the backside, and there is no name found at all. But it's really in good condition. Next up is a bouquet with this pink, I guess they're like cat eyes, and there's clear rhinestones throughout, and they look to be, I think they're all there. It looks pretty good. Nice detailing. There's the back. And no maker's mark, but we have this very pretty one. Next, I found the key, and there's 1 rhinestone missing on this one. It's gold tone. There's the back. Needs a good wipe. There's no maker's mark on this, so it's a key brooch with rhinestones that needs 1 replaced right there. Speaking about one of a kind, look at this vintage. This is retro. I mean, this looks like maybe 80s, because look at that cell phone. This is a silver tone handbag, and it has these enamel parts on top. A black stiletto, a black purse, a cell phone, lipstick, faux pearl, and then you have this fringe of rhinestones. It's a pretty unique, fun brooch. Here's the back side. There are 2 pins. And, yeah, you could see the glue residue. But the fringe is in really good condition. Very unique. This would look cool on a denim jacket or something. So we have this one. Pumpkin, I believe. Silver tone, quite heavy, and it is also a pendant. So there's the back side of it. The pin is nice. And there's no name inside. Is there? No, I don't think so. But we have this. Substantial in weight, too. This is a sweet circular silver tone brooch with the musical symbol, a clef of some sort, and the musical notes in gold tone beads that are on the scale. There's the back side. The pin has some wear. Overall, it's very sweet for your musical friends. Here's a big metal vintage brooch. Painted green leaves, yellow and beige flower. I see right there, there's a little spot where the enamel is missing. And along some of these petals. There's the back side. Back looks pretty good. The pin does have some wear. I mean, this is quite old. Yeah. So we have this one. And it's pretty big. It's fairly, I mean, yeah, it's pretty big. I mean, look at this. Almost 4 inches high, maybe. So we have that. Next, we have this faux pearl brooch that has this satin gold tone textured, like a knotted ribbon. Looking at these pearls, I do see some glue residue. And this pearl right there, I do see some of that coating coming off that pearl. But from afar, can you tell? If you look up close, maybe. Yeah, there is some glue. You see that? This brooch is very old. There's the back side. The pin does have a little wear, and it needs to be cleaned inside, right there. I like the design, though. 2 rows of pearls, and none of them are missing, except this one has some wear. And you know what? This one, too. This one right here. Next up is this two-tone. It's a swirl. A portion of it has that raised bead design, and the silver tone portion is polished, and the outer portion is gold tone. This is a pendant brooch, so there is a very large opening there, and this here has a C-clasp. Those are my fingerprints. Needs a good wipe down. And yeah, this is pretty nice. Very beachy to me. And no maker's mark on this. So we have this one. Any teachers out here? Beautiful apple red rhinestones, enamel leaf on a gold tone setting. There's the back side. No maker's mark. And it looks like all the rhinestones are intact. So we have the apple brooch. Next, we have this ribbon brooch. This is all raised metal design on a black gunmetal setting. The center is filled with rhinestones, and they are all there. But I wanted to show you this brooch. There is some little like designs where you could see right through, and it's purposely made that way. I think this is pretty nice. It looks like the bow is blowing in the wind. There's the back side. No maker's mark on this either. Overall, I think it's very pretty. So we have this. This next one I think is so cute, even though it's missing some rhinestones. I like the moving faux fringe on the bottom. I see a missing rhinestone right there on the longest, the middle strand, and also on the very top. It is open work, so you can see there is some open designs or holes or slits in the leaf, I guess. The middle is a purple rhinestone. There is some wear on that. I do like the colors though. There's the back of it. I mean, it's a small, tiny brooch. I mean, it's not too big, but I think it's really sweet. Due to the missing rhinestones, it will be priced accordingly, with that in mind. The next brooch I want to show is this big starburst. It has rhinestones, and there's bigger ones on each one of those stems, on the outer stems. And there is some discoloration. If you look here, you could see this is quite an old brooch, and there's some, looks to be like glue. The middle rhinestone is still nice and shiny and very pretty. And looking at it closer, I don't see any missing rhinestones. Now, turn this over and you'll see that it is signed Avon. And I just spoke about Avon recently, the history of Avon, where the jewelry mark, you may see some initials, and this one actually has the initials SP, and that's just internal company code identifying who manufactured the piece. So this is an old vintage Avon rhinestone starburst brooch. Okay, next up I have this enamel brooch. This is it's vintage. You notice all that glue on the sides of those petals? Yeah, this is old. I guess that's common for old vintage jewelry. On the camera, this looks peach, but it is actually pink. And I believe there may be something missing in the center. Could be. Turn this on the other side, and you see this is signed. Can you see that? It says copyright E.Pearl. I talked about this brand before. E.Pearl stands for Irwin Pearl, a New York-based vintage brand. He was born in Austria. He grew up in the U.S. with his uncle after World War II. And then he studied jewelry, and over time, he became the best diamond cutter, one of the best diamond cutters in the world. In 1957, he founded his own jewelry company. And back then, Hollywood stars, musical artists, politicians, everyone wore his jewelry. In 1970, he decided to produce affordable jewelry. And if you see jewelry with the mark of P.E.P, PEP, that's his. And that was in the 70s. And then, I guess in the 80s, it was signed Irwin Pearl. And this particular brooch, it is signed E.Pearl. That didn't become about until 91. So I would say this brooch is from 91 or later. So it is in good condition on the back side. The front, the enamel looks to be all intact. The only problem is the glue residue, which is common. And like I said, there may be something missing in the center. But maybe not. I mean, all these petals do have that design going all around. Like that little sawtooth design. So we have this brooch. Okay, more brooches. Let's go over this group here. First one I have is this really beautiful petite gold tone. Look at that. It's like an enamel inlay, butterfly. This is the back side. It's a little pin. It's just pristine, and it's so adorable. So we have this one. Front and center, we have this beautiful Kirk's Folly brooch. It depicts a fairy, gold tone, and she is holding a water can. The water can has a little faceted bead attached to it. There's flowers, very detailed flowers all around her feet. And the water can is actually, wow, okay, so I guess the rhinestone tassels are supposed to depict perhaps the water coming out of the can, and then you have these little charms hanging off. There are, let's see, butterfly, star, what is this? Another butterfly and a bee. This is in wonderful condition. There's also another tassel hanging off this top ring. And this is the back side. And there is the cartouche that says Kirk's Folly right there. And yeah, this is in really nice condition. It's nice with the hanging tassels. So we have this brooch. Next vintage brooch I have is this beautiful green rhinestone brooch. There is age and there is wear. I believe these stones need to be polished in order to bring back most of that shine. If you notice, these rhinestones are prong set, so they are secure. That is the back side. There's no maker's mark. And you see that pin is quite long. Yeah, this is, the back looks great. And the front, I just love these colors. It has the AB coating on it. and beautiful round and teardrop shaped rhinestones. Here's another brooch, vintage. This one is glass. It's black faceted rhinestones along with the smoky, clear, teardrop shaped ones. These are also prong set. This is the back. It looks to be like an oxidized silver tone. There's the pin. This is in nice condition for its age. So we have this one. This next brooch is such a brutalist style piece. It has this lovely, shiny black acrylic cabochon, oval shaped in the center, well, off center, and then you have this very organic gold tone frame around it. It looks like rocks. There's the back side, and I believe I have the matching earrings to this. There's no maker's mark on this. The pin is very slightly bowed, but this is quite a unique style, and I'm sure it suits someone's taste. The next brooch is made up of flowers surrounding the center faceted rhinestone. All the rhinestones are present in this brooch, which is fantastic. There's the back side. Gunmetal in color. There's the little pin. So it would be like so. And it has weight. So we have this brooch. Next up is this one. This is more of a pink lavender color rhinestone. Open work flower. It has a center purple faceted rhinestone. And looking at this closer, I believe all the rhinestones are there. There's the back side. No maker's mark. No, I don't think there's a maker's mark on this. But I like the color. Next up we have this. Look at how bright this gold tone is. It's like almost a yellow gold tone, and it has this beautiful pink satiny painted petals all around. There's that profile. The back shows a ring, so that way you can place it on a chain, and there is that tiny pin closure. There is a cartouche right there, and it's really difficult to see what that says. But it's signed. Yeah. It's like part of it has been rubbed off. But this is in really nice condition. Isn't that pretty, though? Wow. It's really just pops. So we have this pendant brooch. This next brooch, I'm just admiring it and checking the stones. And they look to be there, all accounted for. This is heavy. This is on a silver tone setting. The rhinestones, I believe, has lost a little luster. This is very old. That's the back side. And this can also be a pendant, because there is that hook and the bar looks pretty good. I tested the clasp. It's just really lovely. I think the silver tone could use a little wiping. Yeah, just a little, like, lightly brush it with a toothbrush or something. Very nice. This next vintage brooch is made up of AB-coated rhinestones. It's on a silver tone setting in this swirl design. Every stone is present. There is some discoloration to the clear rhinestones, but due to the age that's expected, it is foiled back. And there is a maker's mark, and it's slightly rubbed off there, and I can't read it. It's right there. Super pretty. I just think this is really nice. It's well constructed. The colors are great. And who doesn't like blue AB-coated rhinestones? We have this one. This next brooch is so special. Look at this. It's a flower, and then it has these clear acrylic beads on top, and they're on a platform, which gives it some height. And then these petals are filled with AB-coated rhinestones. Everything is intact. There's the back side, and it says SL. And my initials. Oh, I believe it says SL, or is that a C? No, that really does look like an L to me. And I'm not sure what SL stands for. Oh gosh, it's I don't know. Because I did run across vintage jewelry with SL in marked. There's a little C clasp. This is really a very sweet brooch. Next, we have another cute little brooch. This one is made up of glass crystals, round and tear-shaped. And there's the back side. Silver tone. There's no maker's mark that I can find. And that pin just pricked me because it is a little longer. It's stuck out. So we have this one. That's in really nice condition, considering the age of this, and it's very sweet. I like this one. Okay, next up we have the cameo brooch. I'm not an expert on cameos, but this could, I'm pretty sure this is a repro. Beautiful woman facing right with the ponytail. I think it's in nice condition. There's the back side. I'm thinking this is resin, so we have her. Next we have this one, this vintage pendant brooch. Filled with rhinestones. And the bottom one right here is missing. Right there. The others are there. Due to the age of this, some of these rhinestones are a little cloudy. This is quite unique. This is very well constructed. This rollover clasp is super secure. There's the back side. I looked everywhere for a maker's mark and I do not see one. You have this jump ring attached to that connector. And when I took the magnet to it, it did not attract. So, very unique, nice construction. I'll test this one later. Here we have this beautiful nephrite bamboo gold tone brooch. There's the back side. This is not marked. It is in really nice condition considering the age. And it's just really sweet. I've come across many of these, and yeah, they the style is classic forever, you know. So I have this one. Next up, another old vintage brooch. This one is in this minty green rhinestone color. Large one in the center, round ones in each of those diamond-shaped patterns. There's the back side, and no name whatsoever. But this is very nice. All the rhinestones are present. So we have this one. Look at this beauty. Wow. This has height. This is a yellow gold tone brooch. There's absolutely no name on the back, and I don't know why. I just wish all jewelry was branded. This is in very nice condition. And then when you turn it around to the other side, you see it is detailed petals and leaves with this faux pearl center. So I think it's supposed to be a calla lily, maybe? I don't know. I don't know all my flowers, but this one is a really pretty one. And it's in pretty decent condition. Oh, that could be removed, that little piece of dust. But it's very pretty. Pale pink over a gold tone setting with the green painted leaves that are detailed. This is fairly nice. I like this one too. Next up, this is a big brooch. This is acrylic, green, and look, those faux pearls are sitting in like little flower cups. The center is this, I don't know what you call that, a blister pearl. If you look at the rhinestones, they are prong set. This is so nice. The flower cups are in a matte gold tone finish. There's the back side. This was kept very well. Whoever owned this took care of her jewelry. The pin looks great. I don't see any name. The flower is even, it's lifted a bit, so there is dimension to this pin. So, you know, imagine wearing it. This kind of juts out. Wow. Okay, so we have this amazing one. Next, I have this amazing rhinestone brooch. This is vintage. Every rhinestone is present. The rhinestones do have a bit of cloudiness to them. This is the back side, and this is marked. Kramer of New York, right here. This is in really beautiful condition. Considering the age, yeah, it's intact. It's pretty dazzling. And if you remember this one from my previous video, I said I needed to research this more. This is that vintage crystal brooch, crystal rhinestone brooch, and it is marked in the back, made in Austria, and it was missing right there. There's a rhinestone missing right there. These rhinestones, these crystals are prong set, and I mean the fire in them is amazing. So yeah, this rhinestone can easily be replaced. I don't repair jewelry, so I'm offering this at a decent price. So we have this one. Well, that's it, everyone, for this part 2 of the brooch pop-up sale. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If there's anything you'd like to purchase, email me at dragonflybeez@gmail.com. The instructions are in the beginning of the video after my intro, and I place them below in the description box. If anything sells, I will create a sold list in the comment section, and they'll be pinned. That means it'll be the first comment that you see each and every time. Please comment, let me know what you thought, and subscribe. You need to be subscribed in order to get in on these deals, and ring the bell, choose all notifications. That way you'll be alerted when I post my next video. And thank you, everyone, for spending this time with me, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.